Do this way because it's funny. Let some people trigger in here. And we'll get into it. What up, Reds fan? Hope you're doing good, brother. Good to see you. As always, I want to test the sound as I've been having issues with this microphone the last so many streams. So, does it sound good? So let me know if it sounds good. We'll let some people get in here quick. You must have the notifications on, or they must be hitting you faster than others because it seems to be a big delay. We could talk a little bit about that too. I'm so burnt out about all the Astro talk and whatnot and the whole. Yeah, they had the things on their jerseys and they show the video of Altuve when he hit the home run and he's like grabbing his jersey together, making sure nothing's there. What's up, Shaq Rat? Your boy Shaq Rat's in the house, my man. Glenn, how you doing? Good evening. Guys, it is Thursday. We are almost there. The weekend is almost upon us. One more day of work, and we are lit. So, good to see everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. Again, it is Thursday. Reds fan brought up a good topic. I was debating on talking about a little bit of it. The Astros whole ordeal. I've been seeing so much about it. It's kind of overwhelming. My take is, they still get their championship, right? So at the end of the day, I think the biggest issue I see with this whole Astros thing and the cheating and all that is how much of an effect you already see it wearing on just fans, people in general. The fans are the ones that it impacts the most, right? Because then people start thinking, well, who else is cheating? Is this all this game is? Is just all cheating? I mean, come on, guys. Teams have been trying to steal signs from each other forever. Now, have they been using monitors and all that stuff? We don't know. This is the first time someone's actually been caught doing it. But at the same time, I don't know. I think the biggest hit it takes is the fans. You wonder how many of those fans. I'm a baseball fan. You wonder how many of those fans it impacts and how many people take a break from baseball in general, maybe boycott baseball, what have you. So, Pete Rose gone for life. People did more damage than suspended. Yeah, I mean, you guys, we know that teams have been trying to steal signs from each team. Again, maybe not to the extent, maybe not with monitors and all that devices and whatnot, but they try to get every team tries to get an edge, right? What is the line they always say in sports? If you're not cheating, you're not winning, right? So banging drums. Pete Rose, yeah, Pete Rose, dude. Gambled. Cares, man. He was a one of a kind. A manager, a baseball player at the same time. Played multi positions. Who else does that? Right? Who else does it? What's up, Glenn? All right, guys. So a couple things. It's going to be, I don't know how long of a stream it'll be. But again, I'm making the dedication to go live every day. I don't have any crazy stuff, but the first thing we're going to talk about is pretty crazy. How many of you guys watched the Aaron Hernendez Netflix Killer Inside documentary? Have any of you guys watched it yet? It's 3 episodes. 3 episodes. Have any of you guys watched it yet? Anybody in the chat watched it yet? If you have not seen it, well, even if you have seen it, I guess, it's way more interesting than one would think than just a football player convicted of murdering somebody and then killing himself, right, in prison. There is, you guys need to watch it. There is so much crazy, crazy, crazy stuff that I knew nothing about with the whole Hernandez thing, with the person himself. What's up, hobbyist? Hope you're doing well. I took today during work. I had Netflix on. I paused it in between my sales calls. But I took today and I watched the 3 episodes. And I'm going to tell you guys, absolutely insane. What type of people he was actually into, like in his personal life. Yes, he was married. Yes, he had a kid. But as a lot of people do that maybe like someone of their same sort, they have that family or that marriage, that wife, that child they have with to kind of cover up what they're hiding. Guys, it's insane. It's very interesting. And then I didn't know anything about him being involved in a murder the year he was actually playing football. He actually played a full season of football. He was involved in a murder. I mean, you guys, not the murder that he went to prison for the first time, not for the wife's sister or whatever he was related to, boyfriend. This was a whole nother ordeal. You guys got to watch it if you guys have not. But they also talk about they donated his brain to do some research on, to see what maybe some of the causes or effects on just the way his life was. And guys, he didn't grow up in a hood. He didn't grow up in a bad area. He was never really around bad areas of like gangs or any of that stuff. He actually had a pretty good childhood. His dad was a well-known athlete, broke records at the high school that they went to college, went to UConn, was a running back star, but he did a lot of mental and physical abuse to him, his mother, his brother, and whatnot when he would go out and start drinking. But they found out that, like, when the doctor that examined his brain said that she had never seen a brain so impacted from the concussions, the hitting, and whatever else is going on from of the age of what his brain was. Like, his age looked like a brain of somebody that was probably 50 years old, 60 years old, and played throughout many, many, many years of sports. So, not that that's an excuse for what he did, or to say that that's, ultimately, right, whatever he did, whatever crimes he made, that was on him. That was his doing. But it's insane, like, right? Because they brought up the whole Junior Seau. Like, Junior Seau got brought into it because Junior Seau went to the Patriots after playing for the Chargers for most of his career. And then him actually killing himself because he just couldn't handle it anymore. He couldn't live through life. So, Vintage Cards, Steve, what's going on, man? Sports Kids, hope you guys are doing well. Arania Boys, Scotty's in the house, Balls. The documentary is okay, but I highly suggest the podcast Gladiator from the Boston Globe. What is that about? The Hernandez thing? Balls? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Podcast Gladiator from the Boston Globe. I gotta say, though, they went into a lot of stuff that, like, you wouldn't have any clue, right? You guys look into it and you go, oh, Aaron Hernendez, played tight end for the Patriots, was involved in murdering somebody, went to prison, was convicted, ended up killing himself. There's so much more on the back end. There's so much more throughout the whole story. How he was as a person who seemed like a pretty loved, smiley, want to be around type guy can turn in a second, right? And that's a lot of times how some of these people are. You know, it takes one little thing quick and boom, they turn on you. Are you talking about the net? Yeah. The Aaron Hernendez killer inside. This, yeah. It's right here. Killer Inside, the Netflix documentary. And what's really weird is he got brought back in on the case, the other murder case that he was involved in. They brought that back up. He hired a new lawyer, and he actually was not convicted, right? He hired this well-known lawyer. The lawyer was actually Jose Coza or something was his name. He was the one that did that case for that one chick. Apparently killed her daughter, and she got off on it. Like, he beat the case. So they ended up winning that case, and it was like right after that's when he actually, you know, so things were going in the right direction. Like, he was upbeat. He seemed like, you know, we're going to fight this. I'm going to do an appeal on the main case. I'm going to get out. And then he just goes ahead and kills himself. This is crazy. What's up, Ghostface? What's going on, Henry? What's going on, guys? Glenn, have you listened to it? I have not listened to it. I'll have to check it out. Like Robin Williams, great and happy guy. That's just it, guys. And it's kind of like that. I always have a saying that I always say in life. You see people, right? You don't know really what's behind that smile. Somebody's positive, upbeat. Somebody smiles all the time when they see you, or you see them and they're smiling. But you don't really know. Like, a lot of times they're using that. That's a fake. That's a persona. They're just showing you something so that they don't want you to feel bad for them, or they don't want you to think that they have something more going on. A lot of times you see that in people that are suicidal or people that end up committing suicide, right? They'll talk to people that are close to them, whatever. They were in great spirits. They were upbeat. Didn't seem like anything was going on. But on the inside, they have a lot of demons. They have a lot of things. They're depressed, right? They have a lot of things. Even if they have the materialistic things, which don't mean much, the money, whatever, like all that crap at the end doesn't mean much, right? If you don't have people behind you, you don't have love, you don't have really things or purpose that you really look out for or want to live on for, that's when people get into those mindsets and, you know, possibly get suicidal or what have you. So what's up, Alex RCM? How you doing? You never know what someone else is going through. Exactly, and that's just it. And that's another thing. That's another thing that gets to me when people are always getting on other people. Like, my big thing is I can't stand bullies. Cannot stand bullies, right? I've had my talk with my kids. You never bully anybody. You see somebody getting bullied, I hope you go and you defend them. You stick up for them. You don't bully somebody back sticking up for them. But if they're in need, they're in help, you do whatever you have to do to stick up for them. And, because you don't know what other people are going through, right? People always pick on people, joke with people, whatever. But at the end of the day, that stuff wears. That stuff's very hard on people. I know it. I know it's very hard on people. And that could change somebody from being like, all right, to being suicidal to what have you. So, yeah, I agree. You never know what someone's going through. You never know. Their life could look like peaches and cream, but on the inside, or what you see, or what's going on inside or behind closed doors when you're not around is something completely different, right? They could be getting abused mentally, physically. I mean, you just never know. So that's what I always say. Try to smile, try to say hi to people, try to just brighten people's day, because that one little hello, how's it going, could be a big changer where people don't feel like they're worth, right? Like, nobody gives a shit, nobody cares. Why does it matter if I'm here type attitude. So, when is there? It came out the other day, so I watched it today. It's actually on Netflix. It's 3 episodes. I'd recommend you guys watch it. Balls got something else he recommends. Maybe watch them both. You definitely want to see the Netflix documentary, though. I mean, if you like to watch something, podcasts are good, whatever, if you just like to listen to things. But I like to watch things a little bit more than I do listen, I guess. But I will check it out and listen to that as well, Balls. So, What's good, everyone? It's about 3.5 hours for the document. Yeah, it's 3 episodes, so you can break it up. But I think once you start it, you kind of want to just watch through it. I mean, I was watching it during work today, and I had to keep pausing it. And I was like, oh man, I want to see what's next. What's coming up next? Like, what's the new curveball in all this that I never knew? So, you guys, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Go check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. A lot of interesting stuff. A lot more than you probably think. You think you know all about it from whatever you've heard before any of this came out. That's nothing to what you're going to see or find out. So, all right, guys. So the next thing I got on the tab is going to be UFC 246. As most of you know, I am a big MMA fan. I am a big Cowboy Cerrone fan. I respect McGregor for who he is and what he's done to help sell fights and help grow the UFC, just as many fighters have and a lot of people before his time. And it's actually pretty crazy. Even Dana White has come out and said people are really underestimating Donald Cerrone and who he is and how good of a fighter he truly is. I've always said that Conor McGregor has a weakness in his game, and that weakness is the ground. We saw it against Nate Diaz. You get him to the ground. You saw it against Khabib, right? Anytime this guy is lost, he's lost on the ground. Cerrone, his jiu-jitsu is first class, world class. His wrestling is on point. McGregor's got a heavy hand or heavy hands. So a lot of people are saying if this fight is finished in the first round, it'll be McGregor by knockout, right? I would tend to agree with that, but I would also say that at any point, Cowboy's got probably one of the strongest kicks in the game. He has a lot of leg to the head kick knockouts in the UFC. I feel like he could do that as well. But if this thing goes deep, most people are saying Cerrone will have it in the bag. Cerrone will win the fight if it goes deep. If it doesn't get past the first round. What's your guys' take? What's your guys' opinions? You guys follow the UFC? You guys follow MMA? You guys have McGregor or Cowboy? Cowboy holds a lot of records in the UFC. Most fights, most bonuses won. So, what did Balls say? Conor straight left KO in the first. Yeah, well, we'll see. Cowboy doesn't get knocked out. Interesting to see if Cowboy uses his legs. Yeah, he'll use his kicks. I know he'll use his kicks. They already said that they're both just gonna go out and bang it out. And you know why I wanted to talk about this a little bit too is because you're seeing a much different McGregor this fight. They had the press conference last night. I actually was late getting on back in the game's stream when it first started because the press conference started. And McGregor's not his shit-talking old self with this fight anyway, because he respects Cerrone. Because he knows Cerrone is a worthy opponent. Cerrone has a lot of history. You know, he even, it was kind of funny because if you guys didn't see the press conference, one of the reporters was asking them both, or asking one of them a question, and they were both kind of like talking to each other, like actually like not yapping at each other. They were actually like being cool with each other. Like Conor said, "Man, by the way, that's one hell of a jacket, Cowboy. What is that made of?" Like asking him, and he's like, "Oh, hell yeah." And he's showing his inside of his suit, like, "Yeah, I got some of this on there, whatever." So just interesting to see McGregor in a different mindset, taking a different approach, and he's said over and over again that he respects Cerrone. So it's kind of crazy. And like even Cowboy said like he wanted to bring his RV like he typically does to the fights. And they were like, "Oh, we don't want that. We don't want to have any controversy. If McGregor walks by your RV, you're walking out. We just don't want anything to happen." And Cowboy's like, "What's going to happen? Like, I'll have signs posted outside on the door. Hey, if you want to come in, come on in and have a beer. Like, and that's just the type of person Cowboy is. So, interesting. I've been following this Cowboy Cerrone since he was, before he ever hit the UFC, when Mask from Tap Out, that was one of their first sponsors. They're actually the ones that gave him that nickname, Cowboy. I remember the old cowboy hat. That's when he started wearing the cowboy hats. It had Tap Out, like, on the front of it with the big logo. So, it'll be interesting. It'll be definitely interesting. And Altuve was grabbing his jersey very hard. Yeah. So, that's the new scan. Yeah, it's hard to say, though, that photo of Josh Reddick. Is that a real photo? Like, some people were even saying that could be photoshopped. Like, they could have photoshopped that on there. I'm not saying it's not real, and I know there's been word and they've showed it in the jerseys and stuff. The Josh Reddick one, though, I wonder if that I don't know. I wonder if that wasn't photo. Why would he make it that obvious? He's basically like, just in that photo, he's just basically like, oh, here's a device I have, on my chest. I mean, was he that stupid to really do that? Hard to say. Photo of Josh Reddick. You guys just keep going on about this Astro stuff. You guys love that Astro stuff. What up? Frosty in the house. Hope you're doing well, brother. Could be, but until you find out it's going to be considered masking tape. There you go. It's all floating all over Twitter. So, yeah, depending upon if you're a fan of the Astros, if you're trying to defend them, or if you're one that wants to just keep seeing them drowned. I mean, we already know, right? They've already been caught cheating. Like, we already know they were cheating with electronic devices. Dude, does these little things that would classify as devices really change anything in the fact that they're cheating? Like, it's not like the Astros were maybe under this microscope of, oh, maybe they were possibly cheating. We don't know if they are. No, they flat out were already basically busted of cheating. So these other little devices that were already classified as Astros were using electronic and devices to cheat. It all falls under it, right? It is what it is, man. Frost, hope you're doing well, brother. It looks to be Photoshopped. Personally, it looked to be Photoshopped. Sports Kids, I don't know what you mean, buddy. So you saying, personally, it looks to be Photoshopped to not be Photoshopped? So you're saying you feel like it was Photoshopped as well? Oh, your boy Hubbard's going to be fighting in nice balls. That's cool. Reddick. Hey, you idiots. This is confetti from the celebration. I think you do an interview with Yeah, I don't think, again, I don't know how one person would be that dumb if that was truly, like, real on the one he has. I'm not saying that Altuve and they didn't wear them, but I'm just saying, how would a guy be that stupid to go on an interview that millions of people are probably going to see wearing the device with the wire and all that? Like, it seems like somebody just trying to get a rile out of everybody, me personally, but I don't know. So what do you guys got in the chat? Who do you got, McGregor or Cowboy? I'm going to go Cerrone. Balls has got McGregor. Type in the chat who you got in the game. And then we're going to wrap it up here. We're at about 24 minutes. So I'm going to keep this one probably not as long tonight. He wasn't wearing the device at the time, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. So we got Tom's got Cerrone as well. Balls has got Connor. All right, guys. Who's even on? Who else is on that card? We got Holly Holm against Pennington. That'll be an interesting fight. Pettis against this Carlos Diego Fiera. Interesting. Claudia against Alexia. Alexia versus Maurice Green. They're not going to show us the undercard, I guess, on this screen anyway. So, all right, what else do you guys got for me? Tomorrow is Friday. I'll probably be ripping something. I'll pick up a box of something. As long as the snow, we're supposed to get a lot of snow here. In fact, I already got a call from the Farmington school saying they're letting the kids out 2 hours early tomorrow before it even started, because there's so much on the radar. So 2 hour early release here. So if I have enough time when I go out and do my check thing and all that, see if I can stop at the card store and pick up a box or a couple boxes of product. Hell, depending upon what I can pick up and what I get, maybe do a little few pack giveaways or something as well during the stream. And then today I did box. Tomorrow night I'm going to get everything else wrapped up for the auction cards and everything so I can drop them off Saturday morning. So you should start getting email confirmations tomorrow night sometime if you bought any cards in the auction. With tracking, obviously it won't, until they scan it in, it won't be really active, but you should get an email if I have your email address, and those will be on the way Saturday. And then, what else? Oh, I ordered a box of, I've been talking about 2017 Topps Chrome Baseball for a while, every once in a while here and there, because it's got the Judge, it's got Bellinger, it's got Bregman, right, the rookies, and I was a fan of that Topps Chrome 2017. So I actually bought a box on eBay of 2017 Topps Chrome Jumbo, 5 autos. So when I get that, that'll be a box I'll rip one of these nights whenever it shows up. So, my son used to be, for like years, he just he's into his gaming thing, and he's kind of in that in-between age. He's kind of the same way I was at his age, not really into it. I'm sure he'll get back into it again. He likes to rip packs every once in a while. He'll just be like, we'll rip some packs, whatever. He doesn't get too into it these days, though. He's at that age, so. Bowman Mega Boxes. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can pick up at the card store tomorrow. I'll see my man Suka at 24 against Celtics. That's awesome, man. Your boys coming against the great Celtics. Yeah, he's gonna be a star, man. He's gonna be a star. Word is, so Jeff Teague went to the Atlanta Hawks, left our Wolves. That's a good pickup for the Hawks as a backup point guard. That guy is a true point guard. He is a great floor leader. He is a true point guard. He will be missed to the Wolves. But word is that we're still not done trying to pursue D'Angelo Russell. My thoughts were Karl Anthony Towns was going to go to Golden State to join Russell. But it sounds like we're trying to get Russell still to join us and join Cat in Minnesota. How cool would that be for my Wolves if we got D-Russ? Man, I would love it. The last guy they would need to get is Booker, because there's been word that those three guys want to play together. And they made it very apparent because they play on the USA team a lot. So Matt Chapman's in there too as well, Jim says. Nice. D-Rose hopefully on the block along with... Hopefully, well, D-Rose balling, but he's not got too many more years in him. Man, I'm a big fan of D-Rose. Drummond is good too, but yeah, it looks like the Pistons are trying to get rid of Drummond. Really not having a good defensive year. He's doubling up every game, 20 games. He does a ton of them, but yeah, defense just lacks. And it doesn't help with who he has on the floor with him most of the time. But that rookie that you like, he's still young. He's not a big defender. He's got great offense, but that's something he'll have to work on as well. So, any Nats in 2017 Chrome Autos? I think Godwin is in that, yes. So, yeah, so we'll be ripping that live one of these nights whenever it shows up in the mail. Pretty excited for it. I got a couple in the mail here one guy was selling this on eBay. Or not on eBay, on Twitter. This is a Henry Absolute. It's numbered to 5. 4 of 5. Just a little cool insert. Pretty cool card. And then I got one of the silver Henry Prism rookies. And then I got an auto coming too. So, what's up, Austin? Hope you're doing well, brother. Good to see you, man. We're going to be wrapping it up here in a minute. Just kind of winding down. So, told you it'd be probably a short one tonight. I'm going to go relax and watch some basketball, chill, probably watch some YouTube myself. BITG should be live tonight soon, right? Should be live in probably a half hour or an hour. So, there's a Matt Chapman PSA 10 auto tonight. Nice. What's going on, Dell? We're about to just be wrapping it up, but I appreciate you popping in here, brother. You passed out? Nice. Awesome. Yeah, Chapman's no joke. He should be good. He should be good. So, guys, you got anything else from me? Otherwise, I'm going to probably just close it out for the night. I'll see you guys back tomorrow around 6. I don't have my kids this weekend. First weekend I haven't had them in a long time. So, I'm going to try to get some product to rip. Like I said, I don't have anything I have to do tomorrow night. So, I'll be getting everything else packaged up from the auction and get that stuff out and dropped off Saturday morning at the post office. And, yeah, just be bringing you guys streams each day here, 6 o'clock or so. I see the Acuna Sapphire PSA 10 that sold for $3,000. That's crazy. Wow. That's insane. Nice card. Beautiful. Have a great night, D. Appreciate you guys. All right, guys. Again, just go out there and try to brighten someone else's day. Try to lend a hand. Try to be helpful. Stay positive. Stay consistent. And until tomorrow, it'll be TGIF tomorrow. Thank God it's Friday. We'll be live in the stream. We'll get it lit. I love y'all. Peace.